Hi, this is JJ Cat. Welcome back to my channel. I know I promised to do a video on Pinterest marketing, and I've done the video on Pinterest marketing. I just need to edit it. But today I want to briefly talk about something that an email exchange I just recently had with a person who I believe is a Black Hat SEO person. And I think that my audience and fellow bloggers need to know about this trick, which I fell for before. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, stay tuned. Okay, so for those of you who know or may not know, SEO is called search engine optimization. And short form, what it means is that for people who want their blogs to be elevated to the top of search traffic, so when someone searches a certain topic, that your blog, your website comes in first, you need to have a domain authority or have lots of elevation and lots of credibility, right? Way to elevate your blog and give it domain authority, especially if it's new or even if it's not new, is you have to be linked to blogs that have established presence that are already authority. So if you were linked to the New York Times, if you were linked to Washington Post, if you were linked to Gap.com, or popular, websites presence that's already high ranked in authority, that will give your blog credibility. So one thing new bloggers or Black Hat SEO things or just SEO tricks is to get the links. Now, if it's organically, if someone pitches me something and I mention it, or I just discover something, I mention it and I hyperlink to that site or their blog or their website, their link, that's a natural organic form of linkage. People want to shortcut it. So they will hire companies, which is nothing wrong with that, to find different creative ways to get your sites linked to established sites. So one way they do that is through guest posting. Now, guest posting is fine so long as it is organic or as if it is natural or it fits in with the blog that's already established. So what happens is people will find different ways to get it, which is not necessarily all legit. Sometimes they'll just say stuff like, I see you created a post on X. I created a similar post with similar resource with B. So would you like to add mine? So they're really just trying to get you a link, a natural way, which is fine. You could say, yeah, that's an added resource. It would be helpful. So sure, I'll add it on after the fact. So that's not necessarily bad. I kind of find it kind of annoying because I know you just want my link juice. And I worked hard for link juice. I don't know anything about your site. And so I'm not necessarily always willing to do that. I have in the past, but I'm really hesitant because I don't know the quality of the blog. Because what happens is you're linking your blog to their site. So if their site has issues or problematic or does stuff in different Black Hat and Google links the two of you, if Google penalizes them, they'll penalize you. So the best bet is just to. So because people like me and because bloggers are savvy and because bloggers are stingy with their, as they should be, with their hyperlink juice, what people are doing now is trying to trick us. So the latest trick, and I think I've fallen for the trick once, is to find, a lot of bloggers use these free websites, like for free images, like Pexels, Unsplash, Pixabay. And what they would do is find a blogger that has used one of these images, maybe without sourcing it, because you don't have to necessarily write the source. So you can use the image for anything. There's a recommendation that you attach the source, the photographer's name, but it's not required. Once you get a Creative Commons 0 image, you don't even have to give credit to the photographer. It's nice to, but you don't have to. So what they're doing is, and I got an email, someone will contact you and say, hey, I noticed you're using this site. I'm the lawyer for this photographer, and you didn't give the photographer credit. Now I claim to say, well, we can file a copyright claim, and you can't remove the image and solve the copyright. We'll just file a copyright claim, but you can give credit. So naturally, bloggers like, okay, if I cannot get sued and I can just get credit, sure, it's definitely I'll give a credit. Send me the link to the blogger's website so I can give them credit. What they do then is send you some unrelated link to just one of their clients that they want to root the juice. And if you are just more concerned about not getting a copyright claim and having to pay the fee, you'll just add the link to that and not think like, wait a minute, this isn't a link to the photographer's site. This is like so irrelevant. And how do I know this is related? And that's because it's not. So I've done that before and fell for it. And so I guess someone said, hey, you should try this trick on her or worked on her before. I don't even know the site that did it to me. And I just said, sure. And so this time I looked at it and I was like, that's not the link to the photographer's site. I said, can you send me the name of the photographer? Because the CCO license doesn't require me to link it, just give the name or the photographer's link. I have not heard back from them. And it was it was late in the week, so it's possible they may come back. But when I actually looked to the domain of the email, the person that sent it to me, it was just some weird company that just got started. The website was clearly new because they had some of that template, that placeholder language when you just have a new website. So their website wasn't even built out. They just said there was a lawyer. There was nothing else that makes me think that it was an attorney. So I was just like, oh, this is such a scam. And I'm doubt that I'll hear from them again. But if they almost got me, who is a lawyer, who's been in this business for a long time, and I think I've got from that in the past before, they'll do it again. And most likely what they'll do is they send it from a female name website, a creation of a female, so you can feel more like comfortable. So if you get this email about a copyright, mind your P's and Q's and make sure that it's legit, it's coming from a legitimate site, and look to the image that you've used to and go back and see what source it's from and make sure if it is that truly is that photographer that's asking for credit. So that's it. Just make sure that if it's a photographer, it's legit, and whoever's coming from it just ask more questions. The more questions you ask about the legitimacy of it, and then let them know that you're aware of Creative Commons Zero doesn't require any linking, more likely than not, they will leave you alone and go away. You won't hear from them again. And if they press on and you press back, eventually at some point, they'll realize you're onto their scheme and they'll leave you alone. So that's it. You may get some legitimate, if you have used the image that you know for sure wasn't from one of those sites and it could possibly copyright, then, of course, do your due diligence as to those. But for the ones that you got it from a Creative Commons Zero licensed site like Pexels, Unsplash, Picnoir.com, which is mine, then most definitely don't take the bait. That's it. I hope this was helpful for you. JJ Guide, subscribe. If you want more videos like this, giving you tips on how to navigate this digital space, this creative space. Follow me, subscribe.